Hello everyone, it's Jessica Wilkinson, your Young Adult Services Librarian, and this week's Teen Book Talk is all about travel. The first book is A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow by Laura Taylor Namey. For Lela Reyes, a summer in England was never part of the plan. The plan was 1. Take over her abuela's role as head baker at the panaderia. 2. Move in with her best friend after graduation. And 3. Live happily ever after with her boyfriend. But when the trifecta happened, and everything, including Lila herself, fell apart. Worried about Lila's mental health, her parents make a new plan for her. Spend 3 months with family friends in Winchester, England, to relax and reset. But with the lack of sun, a grumpy inn cook, and a small town lacking Miami flavor, both in food and otherwise, what would be a dream trip for some feels more like a nightmare to Lila. Until she meets Orion Maxwell, a tea shop clerk with troubles of his own. Orion is determined to help Lila out of her funk, and appoints himself as her personal tour guide. From Winchester's drama-filled music scene to the sweeping English countryside, it isn't long before Lila is not only charmed by Orion, but England itself. Soon, a new future is beginning to form in Lila's mind, one that would mean leaving everything she ever planned behind. The second book is The Paper Girl of Paris by Jordan Taylor. Now, 16-year-old Alice is spending the summer in Paris, but she isn't there for pastries and walks along the Seine. When her grandmother passed away 2 months ago, she left Alice an apartment in France that no one knew existed, an apartment that has been locked for more than 70 years. Alice is determined to find out why the apartment was abandoned, and why her grandmother never once mentioned the family she left behind when she moved to America after World War II. With the help of Paul, a charming Parisian student, she sets out to uncover the truth. However, the more time she spends digging through the mysteries of the past, the more she realizes there are secrets in the present that her family is still refusing to talk about. Then, 16-year-old Adeline doesn't recognize Paris anymore. Everywhere she looks, there are Nazis, and every day brings a new horror of life under the occupation. When she meets Luc, the dashing and enigmatic leader of a resistance group, Adeline feels she finally has a chance to fight back. But keeping up the appearance of being a much-admired socialite while working to undermine the Nazis is more complicated than she could have imagined. As the war goes on, Adeline finds herself having to make more and more compromises to her safety, to her reputation, and to her relationships with the people she loves the most. The last book is Love Boat Reunion by Abigail Hing Wen. Sophie Ha and Xavier Ye have what someone would call a tumultuous past. Hearts were broken, revenge was plotted, but at least they're friends now. They left the drama behind back in Taipei after their summer program Love Boat forever. Now that fall is here, they're focusing on what really matters. Sophie is determined to be the best student Dartmouth's ever had. Xavier just wants to stay under his overbearing father's radar, collect his trust fund when he turns 18, and concentrate on what makes him happy. But the world doesn't seem to want either to succeed. Sophie's college professor thinks her first major project is too feminine. Xavier's father gives him an ultimatum: finish high school or be cut off from his inheritance. Then Sophie and Xavier find themselves on a wild, non-stop love boat reunion, hatching a joint plan to take control of their futures. Can they succeed together? Or are they destined to combust? These are just 3 of the great travel books that can be found in the teen area, so be sure to come on in and check them out. Thank you.